Welcome back to Marketing Champions here on Daily Ad Brief. I'm Howard Walpuff, your host. Again, we're talking about marketing with marketing experts from around the country and sometimes around the world. And today we're in London with Paul Coggins from Adludio. And Paul, welcome to our conversation today.
Thank you very much. Great to be here.
Well, we're excited to have you and learn a lot more about you and your agency. But before we get rolling on that, why don't you share with us how you got started in the marketing industry?
So, showing my age, I've been in digital advertising for about 25 years now. So, I was selling banners in London back in the mid 1990s when we used to fit the entire digital ad industry in a pub, and we'd meet up once a month. Since then, just a series of digital startups in advertising and e-commerce. And more recently, having founded Adludio in 2015, we are a global mobile tech company delivering highly interactive, engaging ads on mobile phones.
I always love talking to people who've had that type of experience in digital marketing because you really have seen the growth and creation of so many different things along the way, which really gives you so much to look back on and move forward with when you're working with your clients currently.
Yeah, I mean, the beauty of digital advertising for me has always been how it evolves. And it, of course, is one of the biggest challenges as well as a digital company and a digital ad company. As a business, you keep on having to adjust your models for the changes that are happening in the market. So the biggest changes, for instance, in the market at the moment is the privacy rules that have come in. So Apple's IDFA and the depreciation of third-party cookies. Those issues have meant that advertisers and technology companies like Adludio have had to think differently about how you scale digital ad campaigns and the effectiveness of those digital ad campaigns. So yeah, touching back on the sort of last 25 years, the big thing has been evolution. Uh, even so much as the mobile phone, 2010, I think it was, or 2008 was when, the iPhone came out. Just think about how that phone has now become embedded in our everyday lives. It is, the first screen we look at in the morning. It is the last one we look at in the evening. So it's evolution, which is just fantastic, and it's a great industry to be in as a result.
So when you're starting off with a client, what kind of questions are you asking them to really create their digital story for them?
So Adludio, we're a technology company that really focuses on the top end of the funnel, the brand awareness. So what we're really trying to understand is how we can generate and bring consumers into that purchasing funnel. Now, traditionally, the creative that you would get on a mobile phone was weak. So that was the first point that Adludio wanted to disrupt. How can we make creative stand out on a mobile phone such that a consumer wants to engage it? And for that, it was very much about literally engaging with the phone to the point that we actually sell a lot of our campaigns and our activity on an engagement. So how many consumers engage with an ad unit that takes them into that funnel? So come back to your question, the first thing we really ask them and we look to deal with them is how can we make your creative execution incredibly strong on a mobile device, which is where, as a business, our entire kind of focus is.
Well, it really is the tool that everyone uses, and it's very clear that everyone is holding it on a regular basis and looking at it first thing, last thing during the day. It really is the statement that companies need to make on a regular basis through it to get their message across.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, everything these days is about mobile. Yeah? So, what companies such as us have to do is differentiate themselves in that space. So, brands ultimately they're wanting the effectiveness of their ad campaigns to be known and to be felt and to be understood in order that the marketing budgets that they put back into their campaigns are going to lead to even greater ROI and return on investment. So As a business, what we do, and I think generally the industry is moving towards, is complete automation of the advertising experience. And by that, I mean, if you look at our business, we divide it into four pillars. We have creative as a pillar. How do we automate that? How can we bring computer vision into the creation and the automation of that creative process? Second thing we look at is the media. Where are these ads being delivered? And can you automate that entire process, having algorithms to do the actual media buying? And that brings us on to that third component, which is that optimization and really using data scientists and machine learning and AI to deliver the ads. And then finally, you need the insights in order to feed back into how effective those ad campaigns have been. So that's how we do it. But I think those key industry metrics of automation, of machine learning, of brilliant creative is how the industry is starting to address some of the issues that have come up with the depreciation of the cookie and Apple's more stringent implementation of some of the privacy regulations.
Well, it's clear that from such a real breakout of the things that you are focusing on and watching out for, having the right agency really directing this for you is very important because it's confusing to the general business owner, but necessary to know and how to navigate. So we really appreciate you coming to join us today and sharing all this information. And thank you for being here.
No trouble. Thank you very much for having me.
And thank you all for joining us as well. Let me repeat, it can be very confusing. It is such an effective medium. It's such an important medium that people are always having their hands and always searching. And you need to be top of mind, but also very clear in your messaging and getting it out there and done the right way. So you're hitting your target audience, and you will need the right agency to navigate through all the different changes that happen on a regular basis. So there's a lot more information about Adludio here on Daily Ad Brief. So please check that out. But go out and have a great rest of today, and we'll see you next time on Marketing Champions.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.